Welcome to the Weekly Dog Sportsman Podcast Show. It's your boy Macro Scott the Man Russian.
And I'm Salim the Man Taylor Street.
And the name of this segment is Bears Talk.
Bears.
Yeah, still got something to pause, man.
Bears.
We're not looking too good, but before we get into it, like, subscribe, share for this content.
Sir.
And y'all know how we coming, man. E, my homie E, the Bears.
Man, the Bears.
Where you want to start at? Where you want to start at, brother?
I'm gonna start real on a negative mode, because the Bears been letting me down, and been making this guy feel like a genius right here. So far since
I don't feel like a genius.
Well, so far since on week 10, the Bears been 0-3. Y'all remember season 3 episode 10
yeah, the infamous episode.
The infamous episode, and they said the Bears will go 0-6 next 6 games. So far, they proving him right. They 0-3.
Halfway down.
Halfway down, But what I will say is that, I've been, even though we 0-3, I never felt this good this year about the Bears as far as the offense is concerned, and at least the development on Caleb Williams.
Right.
I shall say, the guy. He been getting sacked all year, no offensive line, but yet, he still got 11 interceptions, 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and the last couple of games, he been up and up, He haven't thrown an interception in a while,
Since they left London.
And now that TB. Thomas Brown is there. I call him TB, the new TB12. The new TB12 offensive coordinator, because that's how he's looking right now.
Right.
When it comes to Caleb Williams, how it was looking before. I'm not saying he's the best. He had super genius and all that, but what I will say is that where we came from, where we at right now, it's just a breath of fresh air. It's a breath of fresh air offensively. Defensively, though, they look like how the offense look.
They definitely took some steps back.
I'm like, what's going on? Our line went back to our old ways as far as not playing defense no more. Like, the line never getting there. I don't know when the last time they had a sack.
Montez Sweat had a sack.
Oh, you have one?
In crunch time. Yeah, in overtime. He had a sack.
Yeah, but we still doing bonehead plays. I just don't understand these 3rd and 13s and they go all game. Like, we do good on 1st and 2nd down. We're the best at 1st and 2nd down. But 3rd down, it could be 30-95. And we still let them get it. Just like that Hail Mary. Yeah. So it's like,
crunch time.
It's crazy, but I would take that in Caleb development, because let's be honest, we did have hopes about us trying to win a Super Bowl, but we're not at that caliber right now,
Yeah.
So that's what I'm liking about the Bears. I don't know. I know you probably feel a little different, but I gotta know, because you've been seeing what's going on, even though despite week 0-6,
Yeah.
I'm feeling a turnaround. Like I want to smell. I know you see. We got one of these games coming out.
Man, I'm telling y'all like this. I'm gonna bless y'all with this Bears talk right here. Like, y'all know how I be coming. So I got a macro conspiracy for y'all for this Bears talk right here. But before I get into the conspiracy, I'm gonna say this. I feel like the Bears beat Detroit on Thanksgiving. I feel like we got what it takes. We seen the strides the offense has taken, right? We seen the strides the offense has taken. Defense has took a step back. We missing key players on defense. Brisker, his impact is still his smart, his football IQ. We feeling that on the back line right now. But at the same time, we got players like Owens, who like, man, I don't know why Owens hasn't been playing all year, because he just got a knack for making plays on the football, and like you say, 3rd down, something about our defense when it's a crunch time situation, our defense let us down every time. Like at the beginning of the year, it was top 5 defensive talks. I haven't seen that lately, and that's because I believe Eberflus, like the right on the wrong, he out of there. But I'm going to get into it right now. This is a macro conspiracy right here. It's a macro conspiracy theory right here. This what's going on. You want to know what's going on in Chicago? I'm going to let y'all know what's going on in Chicago. It's black men in power in Chicago. We got Warren. He like football president, like president of the team. Then we got Ryan Poles. He in charge of the football stuff. Another black, smart, intelligent guy. from Kansas City. He know the ins and outs. Good human being, real yes man type of guy, no nonsense type of guy. Big on integrity, big on camaraderie. But the thing about guys, like when you put strong black men in power, black, smart, intelligent men in power, regardless on their background that they come from, it's hard for them to choose good candidates when it comes between a black successful candidate and a white successful candidate. That white privilege looked them right in the eye. When it's a black man looking at a white man versus another black man, it's like, it's bad. It gives them a bad feeling. So it's hard for them to make the tough decision. They don't want to look at, they gave this black man an opportunity for the job over this white man, and the black man might not be successful. That's what happened in the Thomas Brown situation. That's how we lucked across Thomas Brown and came across Thomas Brown. He ran into like some bad misfortune in Carolina, and he interviewed for the Bears offensive coordinator position, right? So he had an interview, and Shane Waldron had an interview, and they felt like Shane Waldron was the better candidate. We've seen Shane Waldron, white guy, white privilege. You can see it in him. You know what I mean? Privilege his whole life, white guy. I don't know his background. I didn't do the Wikipedia thing. This is just like all off-site. You know where he come from. Football background, all of that. Thomas Brown, football background. You know where he come from. He had a hiccup in Carolina. He from the Charlotte Bay tree. He interviewed for the job. He didn't get called back for the job but they did let him know, like, okay, we're not going to hire you for the offensive coordinator position, even though I guarantee you Thomas Brown had a solid interview. They looked at his past history and what he did with what he did with Bryce Young in Carolina, when he had the opportunity to do whatever he was doing in Carolina. We could say OC, we could say pass game coordinator, whatever he was doing in Carolina. Ryan Post looked at it, and it had some influence over his decision between him and Shane Waldron. But he felt really strong about Brown because he brought him onto the staff.
Kept him.
Yeah, he kept him. You know what I mean? So it was just contingency plan all along. Like Ryan Post, he had this contingency plan all along. He had to give Eberflus his utmost 100% confidence that he would do the job and let him choose his people. But at the same time, he made this decision. But now this put him in an even worse position to be in, because now Thomas Brown is who you thought he was. Period. Thomas Brown is who you thought he was. He was a good candidate for the job. You didn't feel confident in picking Thomas Brown to be the offensive coordinator. You gave Eberflus total autonomy. You let him pick his own staff. I get it. You felt he was like the best candidate for the job, so you brought him on the staff. You sweet talked Eberflus into putting him on the staff. He was your contingency plan from the get-goes. Once he did the interview, so kudos for you to keeping him around. But at the same time, the conspiracy theory, and with this being said, is like, man, you gotta pull the trigger. If you a black man position and you got the opportunity to hire another black man, and you think that because he is just as qualified as a white guy, and they got the white guy might have him edged out. They might have interviewed a little bit better for the job. He might have better credentials than the job, but you gotta go with your gut sometimes. You gotta make the tough decision and hire the black guy over white privilege. Because at the end of the day, you hired a white guy, you went with white privilege, and look what it got you. We in the same situation. The Bears, same situation. Except for this time, it's worse because it's in the middle of the season, and the asset that the coach is in charge of improving, he's actually making it worse, which drives me back to my last conspiracy when I was talking about the NFL just not ready for the black quarterback. Now since I made that conspiracy, you see Michael Vick coming around with the evolution of the black quarterback. Now, I'm just saying, like, I was on it first. But Michael Vick put it down. And the NFL is trying to catch up, but they can't quite catch up because it's too many Shane Waldrons out here coaching these guys and they don't really understand the nuance of black athleticism or the black thinking. So they really can't really coach a player like Caleb Williams who got all the intangibles. They can't really get the max out of him. But a guy like Thomas Brown, who from a black background, who just from the coach, he understands. It's like some of this coach, some of this DEA, some of this DNA. He can kind of relate to Caleb Williams a little bit better, and that's why you see a better product. So with that being said, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to end my conspiracy theory like this. If you in a position of power and you black, and you got the affirmative action going on, where it's a black candidate, he interviewed well for a job, it's a guy with white privilege, he interviewed well for the job, you don't want that on your resume that you hired the black guy who interviewed better than the white guy for the same job, and he might burn and crash, and you don't want that on your resume. I understand. It's the Willie Lynch mentality, and you got to get out of that, and you got to give your brother a chance. You know, you can't just keep him around and just hope for he say the day, because you know that's what us black people do all the time. We always get into positions and say the day because we creative thinkers and we think outside the box and we practical and we make things happen. You know, so Thomas Brown, kudos to you. Do your thing these next. Shout out Thomas Brown. Do your thing these next. What you got? 5 games remaining. You got this game with about 4 other games remaining. Do your thing these games. Make it hard for the best who lucked across you, who really didn't want to give you the opportunity you deserve, gave you a lesser opportunity, but now you coaching your way into a situation where you could be the best head coach. You might be the next Mike Thompson. Yeah. Mike Tomlin, who knows? So that's why I'm at with the conspiracy. E, how you feel about it?
Man, I mean, a lot of what you said is on point, you know, and I understand where you're coming from, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, we always, as our race, as our culture, we always, you know, been behind the 8 ball. You know, we always, right. I would say y'all know who I'm talking about, always had a head start on us. So let's just look back at what's been going on. You know, before it was this, it was a Rudy rule. You know, the Rudy rule was like, you have to interview a black coach. You know, so now, 6 years later, somewhat like 600 years later, now it's to the point where now, you know, I get it. You want to see more. You know what I'm saying? You're like, man, it should be more. I mean, and you're right. The theory is right, but they're slower than how time is moving. Society has to understand that it's a lot of black quarterbacks. We're taking over the industry as far as coaching is concerned. We're talking about presidents, all that type of stuff. And when it comes to it, I feel like the most important thing is that you see exactly on paper that a black quarterback can understand African American coach that's been through the same situation he's been through. I feel like he's way more comfortable with. They run the same place. It's the same offense.
It's the same playbook.
Same offense, but it's something different that you will have. The camaraderie that you have and the cohesiveness that you have, black on black, is somewhat different, and that's when the ownership has to understand that it's time to stop thinking how it used to be. Now it's different because it's more than just doing offensive plays and offensive schemes and the smartest person in the world. It's about everything, and I feel like that's why this is a trial that's going to stop this legacy, stop this trend that you're talking about, where we're not going to be talking about this 5 years from now, because if Thomas Brown do what he do, this could start a new legacy. Just how like Mike Vick started a legacy on the coaching, on the quarterback mode, and now it's a lot of half the league is black quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I feel like this is something that should be brought up, you know, and it's messed up that he had to wait and get his second chance just because whatever he did in Carolina. I mean, like you said, Shane Waldron didn't have a great record in Seattle, but at the end of the day, y'all chose him over Brown. But somebody was looking at Brown like, okay, at least be in the backfield just in case, because we still going through whatever they're going through as far as who they choose or whatnot. This is showing a new example of now I feel like the other culture is gonna start accepting that more, and that's gonna make us more comfortable of starting to choose our race because we know we already got the credibility. We just as smart as them. I'm not trying to put nobody down. I'm just saying it should be even Steven,
Yeah.
you know, and it's showing clearly that this person right here is better than the person that we had before, color or not. But for some reason, man,
he got the job. Shane Waldron's got the job because of white privilege. Plain and simple. I'm gonna break it down. Shane Waldron's got the job because of white privilege.
Right. And
Thomas Brown was the better candidate. I guarantee he had a better interview. His interview was so well that Ryan Poles had to probably even talk, man. End up putting him on the staff. Like, man, we just gonna keep this guy around.
Made him pass the quarterback coach.
Yeah, we gonna keep this guy around. So shout out to Ryan Poles for doing that, for having a contingency plan. But bro, you on the hook. At the end of the day, you on the hook. And the only inconsistency I see is the fact that we got Eberflus as the head coach. Our president is black. My Lambo is blue. General manager is black. Our head coach should be black. Our offensive coordinator is black right now by default because we let a white head coach pick a white offensive coordinator, and they ran that white privilege, talking about they knew about football, but they really didn't. And it's a shame because Chicago as a city is so past that. That's why the media is eating it up. They eating it up because they know Eberflus ain't cut out for this. He can't even really explain himself to the media well. They knew Shane Waldron. He wasn't ready for Chicago. He was in Seattle. Different market. Different type of coach caliber. He wasn't ready. He never seen a player like Caleb Williams. Yeah, he coached Geno Smith, but Geno Smith not no Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams, we talking borderline first ballot Hall of Famer, and yeah, he a rookie, and yeah, I'm saying this. Like, you seen the throws, you seen the potential. He a coach away from becoming great. He hands down right now, he the best quarterback in the NFC North. And the NFC North is the best division in football. And if you don't think Caleb Williams is the best quarterback in the NFC North, then we can talk about it. You can come on the show and we can talk about it. We can go throw for throw and we can go play for play. In the fourth quarter, the guy is magnificent. He got the least interceptions. He protect the football. He understand what's going on in the game of football.
Interceptions in one game, I think.
He cold with it. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm at with it. That's my conspiracy theory. Black men in power have a problem with picking other black men over other white candidates. The affirmative action, it's like an affirmative action reboot. You don't want to say you picked the black guy and the black guy didn't do a good job. You'd rather pick the white guy. But guess what? If the white guy don't do a good job, you pick them, it's still gonna be the same heat. So you might as well ride with the best candidate, regardless on their color. And I'm not gonna Scott the Man Russia, man. We can get into it a little hard, but this bass talk,
I'm loving your conspiracy. It makes a lot of sense, you know. And y'all hear him, you know. So y'all hear what he's saying. Let's get better, you know. So we don't have to have these conspiracies. And kudos to the Bears for.
I mean, y'all
got an opportunity to change this conspiracy right now.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for the Bears at the end of the season, and I want Thomas Brown to make it harder, day by day, every week. I want the offense to shine. I want the Bears to do well. I want the brother to do well because he sound like he understand what's going on. The Bears really found a diamond in the rough with this guy, and the sad part about it is I think we're going to watch Thomas Brown greatness on another team next year because that's just what happened to Chicago. Coaches and athletes, they leave Chicago and be great. And it's always the timing just don't add up, and the timing is just not right because I can't see them really promoting this man even though he earned it. I don't really think, even though he got the opportunity to earn it, let me say that. He got the opportunity to earn his spot. I don't think that the Bears would get the keys to Thomas Brown because of his background and because of the fact of like where he came from and where he going and the opportunity he had, even though he stepped to the occasion, rose to the occasion, and did what we need him to do and made Caleb Williams a better quarterback going into next season. I don't think we reward him with an opportunity. We interview him for the head coaching job, but we turn him down and pick somebody else that's more media friendly to what's going on.
Sounds like he predicting the future. Man, we probably have an
Yeah.
explosive offense.
Man,
and I'm loving it.
I got Bill's arm in that.
Thomas Brown, hey,
I got Bill's arm in that.
Hope your brace, Thomas Brown. You can play. You only had 2 good games. I want to see him watch Thomas Brown.
I want to see game 3.
Wait, but if that happens, oh man, you know, we're gonna see. I'm hoping for the best because I want that narrative to change, you know, and I'm hoping that it could be started in Chicago. We one of those cities that change that narrative where it's all black and y'all give us that position because we got the same attributes that other coaches have.
We gotta take that position. We gotta take that position.
I feel like we're taking that.
Kevin Warner's black. Ryan Post is black. Get rid of Eberflus. He just don't fit. Not the fact that he white, but the fact that we got a black quarterback and you need somebody black in there to really control and develop what's going on. Now, you can have white coaches in the mix, don't get me wrong. It's not a race thing. It's just a communication thing, and I want what's best for the Bears. And right now, what seems to be best for the Bears is Thomas Brown.
Thomas Brown, you hear that, man?
Bears talk. Smacko Scott, the man rushing.
And I'm Salim, the man Taylor Street.
And next episode, man, we coming back with the dogs. But I'm gonna give y'all that Caleb Williams claw. We out of here, baby. Let's go.